Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Tom O'Brien, and I'm the Managing Director of the HYM Investment Group. We're really proud on behalf of our partners at New Balance and John Hancock to welcome all of you here. This is a great day to top off this beautiful building, and we're excited that the rain has held off, and we're excited that the mayor's here, that Jim Gallagher from John Hancock is here, and that Jim Davis is here as well with us. My job first is to introduce the mayor, and if I could, Mayor, I just want to talk a little bit about your commitment to housing in the city. The mayor, one of the first things he did was when he became mayor, he announced the creation of a citywide master plan called Boston 2030. And he was careful to make sure that he organized a key emphasis on housing, because the mayor recognized, and I think his entire cabinet recognized, that if the city of Boston is going to continue to be a great city, we have to be a great place for people to live, and it's got to be an affordable place for people to live. So all the things that go into that, from transportation improvements to what makes for great neighborhood amenities, all those things were in that plan. And so, Mayor, we humbly look at this project, 295 units, and we hope that we're doing our part to help you fulfill that plan. So thanks, Mayor Walsh, for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much, Tom. I want to get a few thank yous done here in the beginning. I want to certainly thank Jim Davis, New Balance. What an incredible partner Jim is in the city of Boston. I mean, just this street right here, on behalf of the entire city, on behalf of the men and women of the building trades that are here today, I know they want to say thank you to you, Jim, for your dedication and commitment to this city. Thank you. I also want to thank Jim Gallagher from Manulife and John Hancock with us, who's a partner here. Thank you, Jim. And again, another great advocate, and another great champion, and another great partner in our city, Jim Gallagher. Thank you, Jim. Also, John Moriarty, I don't know if John's here, and Associates, for doing the construction here. Thank you. A big thank you to all of the hundreds of construction workers, the men and women of the building trades that are here today. Congratulations on this job, and congratulations what you've done here. And I know today is a little special for the iron worker because they get a chance to top off the building, so the local 7 as well. Congratulations to you. I guess we have to congratulate local 4 a little bit too, because they operate the crane, so thank you, local 4. And thanks, Tom O'Brien, as well, who's a great partner in the city. This is a big day for the city because this neighborhood is one of the fastest growing neighborhoods. Boston Landing has brought energy, economic opportunity, innovation to the Allston, Brighton area, from New Balance to the Boston Bruins to the Boston Celtics, and so much more here. Tom referenced the 295 units of housing. There's also going to be 38 units of affordable housing that several are dedicated with handicap access. So this project does help us in our housing goals to make sure that we can be a city for everybody. This is a big boost in helping us achieve our goals in Boston, but also moving our city forward. Our city is booming, as you can see when you drive to the site every day, whether it's in Boston or around Boston. We're committing to making sure that housing is important, that we keep up with the demands in every neighborhood. I want to thank the Allston Brighton community, because I know that a lot of proposals have come out here. I don't know if they're here, but I want to thank in particular Kevin Honan. I want to thank Mark Siomo. I want to thank Mike Moran and Sal DiDomenico's here. Thank you, Senator, for their great work as well. But this project is more than just housing. New Balance understands the needs of people who live and work here. They know that communities can only thrive when they have access to transportation. I want to thank, again, Jim and New Balance for investing in the new MBTA station, which officially opens this month. This new station is not only going to help Boston Landing as another gateway to our city, it's going to help make Allston, Brighton, and the entire city more connected. The residences at 125 Guest Street will also feature retail space and innovation and improved sidewalks. This is great news for the residents and visitors alike, so I'm proud how much that this project has responded to the community's needs. And this truly has been a community process, because Jim and his team have listened to what the community has said, and they've worked to make this project an incredible project. So again, on behalf of myself, and Brian Golden is here from the Boston Planning and Development Agency, John Barros from Economic Development, Austin Blackman from Energy, Sheila Dillon from Housing, On behalf of all of us in the city, I want to congratulate HYM, New Balance, and John Hancock on a job well done. I look forward to working with you and ensuring this great neighborhood and a source of opportunity for all the people. Thank you and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Mayor. So my job next is to introduce Jim Davis, who's the Chief Executive Officer of New Balance. If I could, Jim, just to say a word or two. Jim is the guy who grew up not too far from this site, and he purchased this company in the early 1970s. I won't retell the story. You know it far better than I do in detail. But he's lived that story all the way through just a mile or two from the place where he grew up. And I think in a world where there are tons of corporate folks who have been successful in corporate America and have moved their companies away or done things that maybe have shown some disregard for their hometown, I think Jim is a standout example of a person who decided that he was going to make something happen in terms of a campus right here, not too far from where he grew up. And so we thank you for that, Jim. Jim Davis, New Balance. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. None of this would happen if it wasn't for people like Mayor Marty Walsh, our representatives Kevin Honan and Mike Moran, Senator Sal DiDomenico, City Councilor Mark Siomo, Brian Golding, Head of Boston Planning and Development. Anything that we have any issue at any time, these guys are always there to help us. I got some competition. I just want to say good morning to everybody. Thank you for coming here today to celebrate the topping off of the latest addition to our residential office and sports complex. To make this dream a reality required support from friends and neighbors in Allston, Brighton. They never say no, as long as we do our homework. Local city and state officials, on-site design and construction team, and especially the local iron workers. We appreciate your efforts, guys. Thank you very much. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It constantly amazes me to be in that building and then see all these buildings go up. It doesn't make any difference, whether it's rain, sleet, snow, 0 degrees or 100 degrees. They're out here doing it. Thank you very much. This, as Tom mentioned, this 290-unit residential and retail development stimulates activity, excitement, and a vibrancy to the vision that is Boston Landing. The transformation of stockyards, vacant industrial buildings, and rail yards into mixed-use retail, restaurants, sports complex, and hotel form a 24/7 urban center of work, living, and play. This, along with the Bruins Warrior Arena, the Celtics Auerbach Center, and the New Balance track within the city limits, makes this complex unique in the world. There's no other combination like that anywhere in the world. As the mayor said, and Tom, on May 22nd, the commuter rail service will commence from Boston Landing to downtown at South Station, with stops at Yawkey and Back Bay, and with points west to Worcester. This is the first rail service to connect Allston, Brighton with downtown Boston in over 50 years. This commute is convenient for those living or working downtown and in the western communities, avoiding traffic and no hassle, no traffic, no parking issues. This apartment building is an early beneficiary of this new and efficient service, establishing a new trend, a new lifestyle, and opening new opportunities for local residents and businesses. Lastly, we want to thank the guys who also share the vision, who really make it happen every day. Elkus Manfredi, David Manfredi's not here at the moment, JMA Associates, led by John Moriarty. They brought this dream, they bought into this dream many years ago, and since have transformed it into reality. They have made it a special place that it is today. Without them, it never would have happened. So thank you all very much for being here. It's very nice to see you all. Thanks.
So there's one other great company that has come in and been a partner with us to make this particular building happen, and that's the John Hancock Company, based here in Boston, obviously. We've already mentioned the Canadian company that is the owner of John Hancock, but for me, I'm still going to call it John Hancock, if that's okay. So Jim Gallagher, who's the Executive Vice President and General Counsel at John Hancock, is here. But if I could, Jim, just say a little bit just before you come up. One is John Hancock is a local company, and they are absolutely committed to our city. I know Jim through a number of different involvements, Project 351 and some other things that he's been involved with. But even most importantly, when we went out to find additional capital to make this building happen, certainly we had to make the numbers work. We had to make sure that people understood and believed in this project. But at the end of the day, I think, too, the John Hancock team really looked at this project and said, this is going to be a great thing for us to be part of, to help deliver for the mayor's vision and for Jim Davis's vision. So, Jim Gallagher, thanks very much for being here.
Thanks very much. Mr. Mayor, Jim, fellow guests, on behalf of my colleagues at John Hancock, particularly my colleagues that are part of the real estate team that we have, a world-class real estate team, we're very grateful and pleased to be with all of you here today. We're happy to celebrate really what's another significant step in the growth of remarkable development and continued economic revitalization of the Allston Brighton neighborhood, another of our city's just tremendous neighborhoods. You know, John Hancock, we've been around for a while, exactly 155 years to brag about it. And we've really had a number of real estate developments that have been part of the transformation of Boston over many years. You might have noticed a few of those items in the Back Bay, and more recently in the Seaport. We really constructed our original John Hancock building on Clarendon Street in 1922. We added the Berkeley building in 1947, and of course the iconic John Hancock Tower in 1976. So you could look out to the west from the top of that tower and see Boston Landing. It's an example of how Jim Davis and his team at New Balance are helping to transform this neighborhood and to help it thrive. We're really pleased to have a stake in the residences at Boston Landing, both as a strong investment for our shareholders, but also an exceptional investment in the future of the city of Boston, the city that we call home to John Hancock. So, Mr. Mayor, this development is a tribute also to your commitment to the economic growth of our city, as well as your commitment to the city's neighborhoods. And Jim, we applaud you and your team for your vision and execution on this truly outstanding project. Under your leadership, New Balance has become one of the city's great companies and success stories. Thank you, congratulations, and good morning, everyone.
Thank you, Jim. So we're going to retire in 1 second. I just want to make sure that I mention a few other quick names. Commissioner Gina Fiandaca is here from the Boston Transportation Department. I like the applause on that. I'm good with that. And Jim was kind enough to mention John Moriarty. If I could just add Jamie Noon. Where's Jamie? Jamie's somewhere in the back, right? Give Jamie a big hand. Jamie on the JMA company side is the guy who leads this project and has been awesome all the way through it. If I could just say a word about David Manfredi. Jim mentioned him, and I know he's not here, but the Allston Manfredi team, together with New Balance Development Group, with HYM, has been awesome. I think the the three firms together have formed a great team, and it's really been great to watch us all deliver these buildings. So David Manfredi, the whole Elkus Manfredi team, I know you guys are missing Howard, this month, and we miss them all together, but a shout out for the Elkus Manfredi team. And then if I could, I just want to make sure I point out my friend Jim Halliday from New Balance Development Group. Jim is the guy who we basically report to every day. My two partners, Paul Crisali and Doug Manns, are here up front. They're awesome. Thank you. The guy who lives this project for us, though, David Bracken. Big shout out for David Bracken. Come on. So now here's what we're going to do. We are going to go in the back here. We'll have a quick ceremony at the beam. So I wonder if people would just do me a quick favor. We need the mayor and the two Jims to be able to kind of make their way to the back of the room. So if you could kind of give me a little part the Red Sea, if possible, so we could get through there, that would be awesome. But thanks, everybody. Congratulations to everybody.
Give it up for the ironworkers!